Hey, welcome back. We are joined by relationship expert Elisa Goodwin-Snell, and we're talking about saying I'm sorry, which can be a tough thing.
5 languages of saying
apology.
Of apology.
Yes.
Okay.
And this is by the same author, Gary Chapman, as the 5 love languages. So we've talked about that before, and as a marriage and family therapist, that's such a critical part of what I teach, because if we can put positives in, a lot of the negatives that we have in relationships start to kind of meld away and not be so significant. I mean, some don't, but some of the less important ones, sometimes we can put it in perspective when we do the 5 love languages. With this, he's looking at the 5 languages of apology, which can be so critical because most of the couples who come in to see me have had some break in their relationship, some hurt feelings, some resentment, some, something that has been a traumatic incident in their relationship. So how do you say you're sorry in a way that's meaningful for the other person? There's 5 different ways. The first one is expressing regret. So this is one I do very easily. I say I'm sorry all the time. So that would basically be expressing regret. I'm sorry. If you look at what is comfortable for you, what do you typically do, what do you need your partner to do? I'd love to get your feedback on that. So it's easy for me to say I'm sorry. The next one is the one I really struggle with, and that is accepting responsibility, and that's basically saying I was wrong, which I have a really hard time doing.
I think a lot of people do.
Yeah.
And sometimes you don't think you're wrong.
Yeah, I don't do a lot of things impulsively, so it's really easy for me to have good justifications for why I did what I did. And so it makes it hard for me to say I was wrong.
Right.
Saying I'm sorry, another part of saying I'm sorry that can be problematic is if you jump to it too quickly or you don't say you're sorry at all. And there are some people who just do not say they're sorry. I don't know.
Do you?
I always say I'm sorry.
You just start the day with that.
Yeah, that's right. I begin the day. I just want to apologize ahead of time for anything that I do.
Exactly.
No, but isn't that like kind of a man thing? I mean, I don't mean to stereotype, but don't men have a hard time saying they're sorry?
Yeah, they either do that or they do the flip side of it, of saying I'm sorry so quickly that the wife feels like it's, he didn't really understand where it was coming from.
Yeah,
he just wants me off his back. So making this be...
Our director just said amen. Okay.
But making this be sincere in a way that is really meaningful to the other person is really important. The third one is making restitution. And so this would be making statements like, what can I do to make it right? What can I do to show you that I still care? And so that one's an important one, especially for when we're looking at the 5 love languages: touch, words, acts of service, time together.
Is that where flowers come into play?
That kind of stuff could work. But making restitution, whatever it is that's meaningful trying to restore. And if I'm an acts of service person,
which is what I am, I think,
then making restitution is huge. So saying to the other person, what can I do to make it better, would probably be the most important thing that you would say in these 5 languages. Genuinely repenting is number 4. This is where you're saying, I want to change, I will try not to do it again. This is really important. The differences between men and women in this area are pretty significant, because men will typically say, I'll never do it again. And a woman does not for 1 minute believe that. If you want a woman to believe that you're really sincere and you are genuinely repenting, you've got to tell her what your plan is so that you'll never do it again.
Okay.
So, that's an important part of it, but a lot of times guys that's the part that they resist the most. Just trust me, I just want you to trust me, which is the #1 need of a man, is to feel that you have faith and trust in him and his competence. But if you don't communicate in a way that makes her feel like she can trust you again after you've done some kind of a break, then that's going to be problematic. So number 4.
It seems like the guys need to learn this language more than the girls.
Well, it wouldn't hurt if they took it very seriously.
Okay, so we're out of time, but you have a course that's twice a month, right, at the Salt Lake Library?
Yes, I do.